Fear will always manipulate you. You need to escape the matrix. That's just another form of propaganda and form of manipulation to get you to believe that you are not where you're supposed to be and judge, act, and react in fear. And let me tell you something. People that you actually want to emulate or admire are people that, yes, they may have created a different reality for themselves. Surely I want you to do that. But they didn't do it by resisting where they are and thinking that they need to be somewhere else and not liking their lives and taking action in a state of fear. What they did do is act with nobility, grace, and love, and took the warrior aspect of life, the hero's journey, and they moved forward with love. It's just another matrix for you to conform to. And I'm not spewing nonsense here. Let me tell you why. Because surely, if people are telling you to escape the matrix and do all these things, like, it comes with good intentions, but if they're not acting in love and acceptance of where they are, they're not somebody that you should want to emulate or even be inspired or compare yourself to. Because they're just creating a glass house that will inevitably crumble. And let me tell you what I mean by this. This has now become the personality and the thought process behind personal development and this whole movement. And it's a noble movement because the traditional societal route will scam you. And you will be left in a state of suppression, fear, and guilt. But what happens when you start to want change and you start realizing that you can escape this matrix? You're now indoctrinating yourself into another matrix of consuming and judging and comparing, and now you're in this moment, I am not good enough, and I need to resist where I am, and I need to change and escape this life. But in reality, to get the life that you want, you need to act with the utmost nobility and love. Why, though? Because you sitting here, yes, you know the truth, my friend, and I'm proud of you. You know that you do not need to be scammed by the societal foundation that has been portrayed on most people. And you know that there's something different, and that's a noble beginning of escaping the matrix, yes. But what happens now is you're comparing yourself to people who have escaped, but are you comparing yourself to the right people? Or are you just comparing yourself to a marketing tactic? That's number one. Number two, you're now judging where you currently are, and you're falling into pits of shame, guilt, and fear because you need to escape quickly and you don't like where you are. And that's a good foundation, but it will only get you so far as to running around in the same circles. So how do you actually change and escape the matrix? How do you actually escape the matrix? By not being confined by any matrix or any box. And by doing what you can in this moment. You have the perfect circumstances. That's all I want to remind you of, is you have the perfect circumstances and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I've traveled, I've bought property, I've built business. It's not the answer. You'll continue to live in cycles of fear if you continue to think that there is somewhere else other than this moment and where you currently are. So escaping the matrix is noble. Personal development is noble. But where it becomes not noble is when you're judging yourself, comparing yourself, and falling back into resistance with your current life. So you can escape the matrix, the traditional matrix, but don't get put into another matrix of like worshiping certain people or thinking that this is the way, and now your whole life is like comparing your circumstances against other people, and like you don't believe you're good enough or where you're supposed to be. But the people that you want to emulate escaped the matrix by accepting fully where they are and taking the most noble action, not in fear. So build the business, buy the property, make financial gains, but don't play another game, because the final boss level of who you want to become is that of fully accepting of who you are. Because what does all this money, status, physique, girls do when you're still in a state of bottomless pits and fear? That's all I'm trying to say, is escape the escape the matrix because it's just another matrix. And yes, I know this was a little form of Inception and a little bit of comedic references, but seriously though, it's true. Like, there's a fundamental misstep when somebody wants change, when they want to escape the matrix, when they want to make money, when they want to get healthier, is they start to resist, judge, and try to change in fear. And that is the problem, my friend. Change with love, with where you are, with grace, and you'll see lasting change. Use what you have. Use your circumstances. Mend the relationships you have. Create a good dynamic with the people around you, and create an optimized environment. And that will overpour into having more opportunities. Get rid of debt. Start making more financially sound decisions. And you'll start to see the chains unfold in front of you. And you'll start to see yourself being able to escape this matrix. But don't get trapped, again, by another self-sabotaging cycle because you're still in a state of fear. Because things that are meant to come and that will come and create true change come with love at the forefront of your intentions. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you, fam. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, like the video. We're going to keep firing on all cylinders. Much love. Peace, fam.